Hey, welcome back to another episode of Caffeinated CX, where we talk about customer experience and other stuff. All right, today we're going to be talking about the 4 most useful skills for customer service representatives, CSRs, your customer service department. And these are the 4 skills that you should be looking for when you're interviewing these people as well. All right, so the first one is creativity. You want people that are creative, that can think fast on their feet, who can deal with all kinds of personality types without losing their cool or losing their stride. All right, because as you know, there are some personality types out there that are much more difficult than others. The second one is flexibility. How well are they able to flip through different tasks? As you know, in most contact centers, they're not just sitting there taking the same exact call over and over again. In fact, there are some contact centers out there that use different programs for different types of calls, which is stupid. But they exist. So you have to be able to flip through screens, flip through scripts, flip through different procedures, different flow charts, different settings, different programs, different everything. All right. So you might be taking a call one moment, entering everything into your CRM, and then the next moment you're doing chats through Yelp or through another system entirely, or answering emails, and you have to flip through those seamlessly. There are some customer service representatives who are really, really good at chats and can handle 3, 4, maybe 5 chats at the same time, and then are able to bounce right back into the call queue to help clear it out. So you want those flexible people, those people that can just flip a switch and be on to something completely different than what they were doing a minute ago, and then flip that switch back and go back to answering those calls. The next one, number 3, is empathy. Now, this is the cornerstone of all customer service, of all customer experience, is empathy. Now, we don't want that empathy going into its toxic twin, sympathy, but empathy, being able to put yourself in your customer's shoes, vitally important skill to have, to hire for. And the last one, number 4, is perseverance. They need to be able to roll with the punches and recover quickly from a really nasty call. And oh, are there nasty calls out there? There are some really nasty people who will use CSRs as their personal verbal punching bag. And that's just the nature of the beast. That's been the nature of the customer service industry since I was a little lad, barely 17, wet behind the ears, taking my first calls for MSN dial-up. It's you will get yelled at. You will be screamed at. You will be called every name in the book. You will be called every slur in the book. It's just a matter of time before that happens to you. Yeah. So you have to be able to persevere through it. So, and it's hard sometimes. It's not nice being screamed at when you're simply trying to help someone. You could be as creative, as flexible, as empathetic as possible, as humanly possible, and still get screamed at. But it's the successful ones, it's the successful customer service reps that can persevere, that don't take it personally. Because taking it personally makes it worse. And worse yet, the less experienced one is at customer service, and this comes from all different walks of customer service, the more likely they are to tarnish the entire customer experience by giving in, by raising your voice back at that person, at that jerk that you're talking to. And then that seeps out into all the other agents and into your other calls. So You don't want to do that. You want to have perseverance. You want to be able to roll with those punches. And let's just recap the first one. Creativity. You want to be creative with your calls. You want to be able to talk to people from every walk of life. And you want to do it in a way that's nice, professional, pleasant, and you want to make yourself a little bit different than the people around you as well. Make yourself stick out. So you want to be flexible. You want to know all of the different systems that you're going to use. There's really no excuse not to, since you're going to be using them every day, right? So flexibility, it pays. Empathy. You want to have that empathy. You want to be able to make empathy statements that don't sound rehearsed, that don't sound canned, that don't sound false. You want real empathy. And then the last one, number 4, is perseverance. And you want that perseverance because you don't want to bring this bad call either into your next call or bring it home with you. That's bad. All right, so those are the 4. Those are the 4 most useful skills for a CSR, and it doesn't matter what kind of contact center you're in. These will help you advance to the next level. These will help you tighten your game, and these hiring managers are the skills that you should look for when you're doing interviews. So that was Caffeinated CX, out.